Let us explore C file operations, specifically reading and writing files in C. On the right, we see the key file functions that we will be discussing. These include fread, which is used to read data from files, fwrite, which is used to write data to files, fprintf, which is used to create formatted output to files, and fscanf, which reads formatted input from files. On the right, we see the basic file structure in C. First, we include the standard input-output header file using #include stio.h. In the main function, we create a file pointer using the keyword file followed by an asterisk and the name of the file pointer. We then open a file for writing using the fopen function. The first argument is the name of the file, and the second argument is the mode in which we want to open the file, which is write in this case. Finally, we close the file using the fclose function. Let's delve into reading files using the fread function in C. Fread is primarily used for reading binary data from a file into memory. Here is the syntax: size_t fread, open parenthesis, void pointer ptr, size_t size, size_t count, file pointer stream, close parenthesis. The parameters are ptr, which is the destination buffer where the data will be read into; size, which is the size of each element to be read; count, which is the number of elements to be read; stream, which is the file pointer. On the right, we have a code example that reads a binary file. First, we include the standard input-output header file. In the main function, we declare a file pointer, a character buffer of size 100, and a size_t variable to store the number of bytes read. We open the file data.bin in read binary mode using the fopen function. We then use fread to read up to 100 bytes from the file into the buffer. Finally, we print the number of bytes read and close the file. Now let's explore writing files using the fwrite function in C. Fwrite is used to write binary data from memory to a file. Here is the syntax: size_t fwrite, open parenthesis, const void pointer ptr, size_t size, size_t count, file pointer stream, close parenthesis. The parameters are ptr, which is the source buffer containing the data to be written; size, which is the size of each element to be written; count, which is the number of elements to be written; stream, which is the file pointer. On the right, we have a code example that writes data to a binary file. First, we include the standard input-output header file. In the main function, we declare a file pointer, a character array containing the data to be written, and a size_t variable to store the number of bytes written. We open the file output.bin in write binary mode using the fopen function. We then use fwrite to write the data to the file. Finally, we print the number of bytes written and close the file. Now let's learn about formatted output using the fprintf function in C. Fprintf is used to write formatted text to a file. Here is the syntax: int fprintf, open parenthesis, file pointer stream, const character pointer format, ellipsis, close parenthesis. Key features are: it works like printf but outputs to a file. It supports all format specifiers. It returns the number of characters written. It is ideal for creating text files with structured data. On the right, we have a code example that writes formatted data to a file. First, we include the standard input-output header file. In the main function, we declare a file pointer, an integer ID, a character array for the name, and a float for the salary. We open the file employ text in write mode using the fopen function. We then use fprintf to write the ID, name, and salary to the file in a formatted way. Finally, we close the file. Now let's learn about formatted input using the fscanf function in C. Fscanf is used to read formatted text from a file. Here is the syntax: int fscanf, open parenthesis, file pointer stream, const character pointer format, ellipsis, close parenthesis. Key features: it works like scanf but reads from a file. It parses input according to format specifiers. It returns the number of items successfully read. It returns EOF when the end of the file is reached. On the right, we have a code example that reads formatted data from a file. First, we include the standard input-output header file. In the main function, we declare a file pointer, an integer ID, a character array for the name, and a float for the salary. We open the file employee text in read mode using the fopen function. We then use fscanf to read the ID, name, and salary from the file, using appropriate format specifiers. Finally, we print the read data and close the file. Let us discuss some best practices for file operations in C. Key recommendations include: always check if file operations succeed. Close files when done. Handle errors gracefully. Use appropriate file modes. Check return values. Validate input data. On the lower part, we have a complete example of writing and reading data to and from a file. First, we include the standard input-output header file. In the main function, we declare a file pointer, an array of integers, and another array to store the read data. We open the file numbers.data in write binary mode using the fopen function. We then use fwrite to write the array of integers to the file. We close the file. Next, we open the same file in read binary mode. We use fread to read the data from the file into the read data array. We then close the file. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit CodeLucky.com for more such useful content.